Well, welcome to my basement. I know we love seeing these beautiful studios of incredible artists, and I love watching studio tours, but we're gonna go with mine today. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick tour. Now, this is a 1930s house, early 1930s. We're gonna celebrate its 100th birthday in a couple of years. And it's small. It's a small house. It's darling. And I love it here. And but the basement is a basement. And for those concerned about my health, yes, we have had it tested for radon. There is no radon, so I am safe here. So let's just go. I'm going to walk through. I apologize if it's a little bit wobbly. I'm trying to hold the camera as steady as possible. Okay, so we start on, this is the left side. Here, we're going to pan out so you can see the whole space. All right. Now let's do a quick walk around. Okay, so over here, I have my vintage sewing machine that is just a workhorse that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. Those handy boxes in the back are holding one of my paintings, my acrylic paintings, that is kind of a backdrop for when I'm doing a video. And it's covering up the pantry side of our basement. And I'm going to pan over just so you can see. There's the laundry. All right. So back here, I have a very handy shelf. I have sewing things. These are my watercolor papers. We have sketchbooks and little bins full of things because, you know, we always have bins full of things. Some sewing accessories, and then up here I have some markers, and then all of my painting glosses and mediums and things like that are up there. Okay, moving along, we okay, see this cute little table? Isn't that darling? It has a light that actually works. Found it on the curb. My very accommodating husband painted it for me. Super cute. And then I have this big table, again, a Facebook Marketplace find. I wanted a table that I could beat up. And so I have various staging areas for artwork I'm working on, things I don't know what to do with, things that I'm practicing. Here are a bunch of dishes because we're having a wedding reception in a few weeks and I have all these vintage dishes. So that's just being staged here. These are more of my painting supplies, my fine art supplies. So I have acrylic paints here, my acrylic brushes, a storehouse of paintings in various stages of finish. And then we move on. This, I'll just tell you, this painting's been on this easel for about 3 months. It has some work to be done on it. I don't know quite where it's going, but there it is. And then over here we have your basic basement things, tools, little small things. Sometimes I need them and sometimes my husband comes down and grabs things to do stuff with. Here we have a lovely wedding. There, that was on our table at our other wedding reception. Okay, and somehow it's landed in the basement. And this is your basic workbench. There's storage underneath it. And I use this area for cutting and assembling things. There is my laminator and various tools and markers coming around. And who doesn't have a giant vise on their watercolor table? It's attached to this workbench, so we're just living with it. Okay. So we're going to come to the where all the magic is made here at the desk. So I have one of these carts that I think every single human in that has any creativity has. So these are paintings that are sort of finished. I keep cut paper here on the left where I just paint on. And then at the bottom, I keep finished where I make them into cards, and I have a bunch of envelopes and various small papers there and some extra brushes. Okay, now here's my desk. I took off the lights that I use for when I'm doing a video, but this is where I do the videos. And so let me move this chair out of the way. It's going to be kind of noisy. Okay, so let's get some close up on this stuff. Over here, okay, over here is where I have over here is where I keep my scrap paper when I do you know, when I'm testing paints. I have all of my measuring. I have rulers and things over there. These are more staging here of ideas and sketches. My marker combinations, and then various tools here. I have a jar of pencils, I have a jar of weird stuff, and then I have my watercolor brushes. And of course I have my cute little bin of erasers. Then over here I have, that's my swatch page from my from both of my palettes. I have it set up basically as I do my palettes. There's my water jars, and here's where I paint. And behind the swatch are all of the practice little designs that I'm thinking about for future videos. So I'm not showing you those because we want to see those later. Okay, then here are my paints. I have these on the end of the table. I use those 2 palettes a lot, and then the Prang 16 as well. Okay, coming back over here, we have another shelf. And these are more supplies because, you know, how many people need supplies, right? So that's my little travel bin, my electric pencil sharpener, various other colored pencils. This bin has the little mini sketchbooks that I make, and I give those to my students in my Sketch Cute classes. And then I have some that I just made for myself. And then on the bottom shelf is some fabric, and then studio sweaters because, hey, it gets cold in the studio. Although the temperature down here is fairly consistent, winter or summer. It's very nice in the summer. And then we have I'm going to back up a little bit. Hopefully I don't walk into anything. We have the rocking chair where guests get to come and chat. And my husband comes down here sometimes, and we just enjoy hanging out down here. So that is it. This is what I have. I am a firm believer in using what you have. Like I said, we have a small house, and this suits me just fine. We lit it in a way that helps. Those are just fluorescent lights hung from the ceiling. It's we get a little bit of daylight from that window, but I love it down here. It's my little kingdom, and it's sweet. It's really sweet, and you know, I can do the laundry every once in a while. So I hope you enjoyed my little tour here, and let me know what you think. And I'd love to know where you are working, because really, it doesn't matter where you are working as long as you're doing some creativity. And that is the whole deal. I could be in a hollow tree and I'd still be painting little paintings. So take care, and come hang out with me sometime. All right, take care. Bye.